Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a little bonus video because Sephora has a new sale that they're doing, the bonus summer sale. So it's just for VIB and Rouge. We're about halfway through now, but it does go through August 27th. So I wanted to just give you a few little recommendations on what I think would be good things to pick up during the sale. Before we get started, I wanted to give you guys a little invite to a clothing and jewelry brand launch that I'm going to be a part of on the 31st. So if you're in the Kitsap or even Seattle area and you feel like making the trip out, the brand is called CDED. It stands for Cheating Death Every Day, and it's centered around raising awareness for chronic illnesses. So basically there's going to be a big party for it on the 31st. I will be doing all the makeup for a photo shoot earlier in the day. I'll also be in the photo shoot and I'll be at the brand launch event, so you can kind of see my artwork alive. There's going to be a lot of local artists performing there and hanging out, so it's just a fun opportunity to come support some local artists. I will leave a link to the Facebook event down below. It's going to be at 9 p.m. on August 31st at the Mongolian Grill in Silverdale. So yeah, if you're free, come support, hang out, and it should be a good time. All right, now let's get into the Sephora recommendations. So I feel like there's a couple things that people come in looking for during the sale, and it's one, just like stocking up on the products that you already know and love, and that's definitely a good idea during the sale when you can get them at a cheaper price. But the other thing people look for is maybe trying out new things that they haven't wanted to like pull the plug on at that price point. So I wanted to give you a few little recommendations of things that I think would be worth trying out during the sale. So the first thing I want to recommend is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Sticks. I have the shade Rally. This is my absolute favorite blush. I use it like literally every single day pretty much. I have it on today. It's just such a beautiful natural flush. You can build it up, you can make it really subtle, it blends itself out, so easy to use, gives a nice like dewy finish. I like using this over more matte foundations because it kind of like rehydrates them a little bit. So I absolutely love this product. I really like this shade for just like a really natural flush. The shade Work is also really beautiful. It's a little more peachy, a little more neutral, and that one looks good on pretty much anybody. So that would be the other shade I recommend, but just go in and swatch them and see one that like kind of that feels like yourself. But the formula is really beautiful. I've had this for probably over a year and I still have tons of product left, so it's such a good deal for the like amount of product you get. And they just blend like a dream. They're beautiful. You can blend them with your fingers or a sponge or a brush, doesn't matter. They are wonderful. So I know you're probably sick of me talking about this. If you saw my Charlotte Tilbury, Full Face of Charlotte Tilbury video, I'll link it up here. But Hollywood Flawless Filter, just buy it. Just get it because it's beautiful. This is like, I don't know. It's just amazing. It's a very versatile product. I won't go too much into it, but basically you can use it all over the face as like a tinted moisturizer. You can use it on just the high points of the face for like a subtle highlight, which I like. That's what I did today. You can also mix it in with your foundation. You can use it underneath your foundation. It's just such a versatile, very unique product, and it just gives the skin such a beautiful glow really any way you use it, and I definitely think it's worth the money. And if you can get it on sale too, then I would definitely pick it up. It's absolutely stunning. Okay, next up, I have a lash primer. It's the Marc Jacobs, I think it's called the Velvet Primer. This is a lovely primer. I used it with the mascara today, and it just gives your lashes such a full, thick, beautiful look. And I do love the mascara, but I would say if you're gonna pick up like one or the other, I would definitely do the lash primer because I think it makes the biggest difference and it works well with other mascaras too. I also find this helps my lashes hold a curl a little bit better. It helps it to not flake or smudge on the lower lash line when I use it on my lower lashes. And it just gives such a full, thick, beautiful, luscious look to your lashes. If you like a more natural, like just like length and separation look, you probably won't like this, but if you like full, thick, voluminous lashes, you will love this, and I think it's definitely worth the splurge and something that would be good to pick up during the sale. All right, I have a little brow product here. I think I've talked about this before too. I've been out of this and like just scrounging by, and a new one showed up at my door today because I ordered it. Yay. This is the Urban Decay Brow Blade in Taupe Trap. So it has one side that is a traditional brow pencil, and then one side that is a little pen. I do like the brow pencil side. I think it's a nice pencil. It glides on really well, but that's not why I love this product so much. It's for the little pen. It gives you like the finest little hair strokes. It's so great for creating that like really fluffy brow look. So I'll usually do like my gels and everything else, and then I'll go in with this and just kind of fill in those little gaps, and it's absolutely beautiful. I kind of wish they just sold the pen on its own because I would absolutely buy it. Like I run out of it faster than the pencil too, but it's a wonderful little product if you're looking to get those really nice fine hair strokes, last really well throughout the day. So yeah, just a lovely, lovely little product. Next up is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs. These are gorgeous. I know a lot of people talk about them, but I think for good reason. This is like the ideal sheer lip gloss. It just has these little reflex in it that make it look absolutely beautiful and shiny, and they pick up on camera really well and in pictures, but they don't look like super chunky or glittery. I have the shade Diamond Milk. I actually wouldn't recommend picking up this shade because it kind of has a silvery like white tint, which can be really pretty on its own for certain looks, but I definitely feel the need to put a little bit of color on underneath it. So sometimes I will just like throw on a little bit of the Milk makeup just with a finger and then put this over, and I find that's enough color, but I do find it just needs a little bit of something underneath. I think the shades Fussy and the original Fenty Glow have a much kind of warmer, richer color to them, which I think look better on their own. But this one is beautiful too if you want like a topper to just give you that really shiny look, but they're all nice. They feel nice and hydrating too. They don't feel goopy or sticky. They just glide on, and they're lovely, and it's a good thing to stock up on during the sale. So Hourglass, in my opinion, makes some of the best powder formula, including the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. This is the best powder on the market for dry skin, at least that I've tried. It's super, super finely milled. You get a little, has a little H in there, so you don't get too much product. I like it because you can't see it on the skin. It doesn't look like a powder. It just sets the makeup and kind of smooths over just a little bit, but it doesn't give you that like powdery matte finish. It's just, it has a little bit of kind of luminescence to it. Yeah, you're not really gonna be able to see it on camera, but under certain lighting when you swatch it, it has really, really fine flecks of a luminescence. It's not like glitter, it's just like a little bit. It doesn't show up on the skin at all. If anything, it shows up like more of a soft matte, but it just allows it to not look really dry. It just is so soft and just delicious, and it's perfect for dry skin because it's not going to emphasize your dry texture, but it's still going to set your makeup. So yeah, if you're oily, I don't think this is going to be enough for you. It's not like a super oil controlling powder. It just kind of keeps things from moving around throughout the day. Will mattify just a tiny bit, but like I said, what I like about it is that it doesn't look super matte and powdery. But if you have normal to dry skin, or you just like a super glowy look, this is a wonderful, wonderful little product. I'm also going to kind of do an honorable mention. I don't actually own these products, but I've used them on so many clients. I do them every time I do any makeup at work. The Hourglass bronzers and the blushes are absolutely beautiful. They have this sort of marbled look to them, which means they have like a shimmer kind of running through them. And it doesn't look like glittery on the face. It's just like this beautiful sheen. They look like absolutely nothing when you swatch them. You have to kind of put them on your face before you can really get a good idea of how they're gonna look. But the bronzers are just so beautiful and subtle. They're perfect if you don't want like a whole lot of color, but you can definitely build them up too, and they just look absolutely gorgeous. They blend themselves. They're so easy to work with. And same thing with the blushes. It's not going to be too much color right off the bat, but you can build it up. The two shades, Mood Exposure and Diffused Heat, are my personal favorites. Mood Exposure is great for the person that like doesn't really like blush, but like wants a little bit of color. It's so subtle and natural. It looks good on a lot of different people. It's absolutely beautiful. I personally like the Diffused Heat a little bit better. It's a bit more peachy. It's a bit more pigmented. I think it works across a broader range of skin tones. But that one's absolutely beautiful too, and it still looks really natural. So they are just wonderful. Some of the blushes I think will show up on most skin tones. However, the bronzers really don't go deep enough past like a medium tan really. So that's one thing I think they're really lacking in their range. But if you find a shade that works for you, the formula is absolutely beautiful. So that's kind of all for the makeup, but I think another good thing to stock up on during the sale is skincare. So I'm going to share with you a few different skincare recommendations. Really what I would recommend with skincare is kind of stocking up on things you already love, but I do have a few little recommendations that I've been liking as well. Drunk Elephant makes some of my favorite skincare products. I have quite a few recommends from them. I would kind of stay away from any of their super active products like the Sephora or the glycolic serum or the like baby facial. I find those to be too harsh for my little sensitive baby skin, but their moisturizers and other products like that are really wonderful. So lately I've been using the Lala Retro Whipped Cream. They just kind of redid this, so now it has ceramides in it. What ceramides do is basically kind of create like a barrier almost that just kind of helps sink everything else in and kind of lock all of the other moisturizing serums and whatnot into your skin. I like this one a lot. It's perfect for dry skin, but I also really love the Proteni. And I would say if you're gonna get one or the other, I would go with Proteni because I think it's gonna work on more skin types. It works if you're oily, dry, combination, whatever. The Proteni has peptides in it which help to strengthen the skin over time. It just leaves the skin so soft and supple and beautiful. This guy I use at nighttime, and same with the Proteni. So yeah, those are really great solid moisturizers that I think will work on most people too. Another one of their products that I really love is the UmbraTint Physical Daily Defense. So this is their zinc oxide sunscreen. They have a tinted one and a non-tinted one. I like both. However, I have been liking the tinted one a bit more in the summer. It just, for me, it gives me like a little bit of a bronzy kind of tint. Definitely gives me lots of sun protection. I'll use it over like an oil too to give me some more moisture, and it just looks really beautiful on the skin. The sheer one works for me as well, or like the regular one. However, like if you're any darker than me, it's definitely going to give you a white cast because it is that physical zinc sunscreen. So I would probably recommend the tint over that, but this is one of the only physical sunscreens that has that little bit of a tint to it, so it can keep you from getting that white cast. I don't get one on all with this, but obviously I am translucent, so I can't really speak for everyone on that, but I think it definitely does help to at least tame that white cast. So if you're looking for a physical sunscreen that's going to be reef safe and safe for sensitive skin, this is a really good option if you are wanting to avoid that white cast. Last Drunk Elephant I want to recommend is the Slay Melting Butter Cleanser. This is my favorite cleansing balm. It literally does, like, it feels like butter. It looks like butter. Is it butter? I don't really know. But it takes everything off so easily, and I don't find it leaves my skin feeling like super oily or anything like that. I know some people still feel like it has a residue and they really need to double cleanse afterwards. I don't feel that way. I have been double cleansing recently, but I don't really feel the need to after this. Or sometimes I'll even, like, what I'll do is I'll take a little bit and I'll go in and remove all of my makeup, and then I'll go in with like a second layer to like cleanse the skin if I'm just using this one product. And it's wonderful. It leaves my skin moisturized. I don't break out when I'm just using it by itself. It's a lovely little product and it just takes off everything. Waterproof mascara, eyeliner, whatnot. It's wonderful. If you really are like scrubbing your eyeballs, I do notice a little teeny bit of a tingle in the eyeballs, but nothing too serious, and I'm fine with that. So yeah, this is an absolutely beautiful, beautiful cleanser and something I definitely recommend picking up during the sale. The last thing I want to mention is getting some facial oils. Facial oils are the thing that I find make the biggest difference in my skincare routine in terms of just how my skin feels in terms of hydration. So I've really been liking the Youth to the People Maki and Acai Prickly Pear Goji Superberry Hydrate and Glow oil. Anyways, there's lots of oils on the market that I like, but I do quite enjoy this one. It's really lightweight. It works really well under makeup. It definitely gives your skin a lot of hydration. You just need like a couple drops and just press it into the skin and it gives you a nice little glow and some hydration. I use it as my last step in my nighttime routine to kind of like sink and like press everything in. And then I also use it by itself in the morning with the Drunk Elephant sunscreen, and I quite like it. So yeah, this, if you're looking for a good, just nice hydrating facial oil or something to use under makeup or mixed in with makeup, this is a great option. The other oil I want to recommend, which I don't have, but I've taken so many samples home of it, and that is the Herbivore Lapis Oil. This is a lovely oil. It's pretty much the only one I would recommend to somebody with acne-prone skin, because the blue tansy in it really helps to balance and purify the skin. It really helped with my redness when I was using it. It was just so calming and nice. It didn't break me out. So I would really recommend that one, especially if you're kind of nervous about oils, if you're worried about them making you too oily or aggravating acne or stuff like that. That is definitely a good place to start because it's so calming and balancing that you're not going to have any of those issues that you might with some other facial oils. So yeah, those are all my recommendations. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what you plan on picking up from the sale, if anything. And yeah, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and also turn on the bell if you want to be notified when I upload. Again, if you're in the Kids Opera Seattle area, I hope to see you at the CDED launch party on the 31st. Otherwise, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!